Hello everybody, EarthBound here, and welcome back to Let's Play EarthBound. In the previous video, we finally got out of Threed, only to be stopped by the world's largest traffic jam. Yay, that is so exciting. But anyway, in today's video, we'll be exploring this desert and checking out everything that we have to offer with this place. So let's go talk to these guys. Welcome to the very end of the world's largest traffic jam. I feel sorry for the guys behind me, but I'm so bent I'm leaving my car here and walking instead. There's nobody behind you. I heard that a little ways ahead I heard a buffaloes running across the road. I can't move an inch. Fun fact, this truck right here, the red one, had a logo that had some similarities to the Coca-Cola soda, but it got changed when the game was released in North America to avoid any copyright problems. So a couple things worth pointing out with this place. First of all, I'm using a different controller than I usually am because, as you can see if I go into this menu, I'm using my classic controller rather than my gamepad. Another thing I'd like to point out is that while we're going through the Dusty Dunes Desert, we're going to be taking care of some side quests in this game. There aren't very many side quests in this game, like in EarthBound or anything like that, but there are a couple of them, like the insignificant item. They got turned into a magic truffle that we got in the previous video. And also in the previous video, we got a couple teddy bear items from Tucson. I'll be going more into detail as to why I decided to get a lot of teddy bears from that point. As usual, I'm going to get ahead to me buying the equipment we're going to be getting today, so I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, this is what I ended up getting. I got everybody a coin of slumber as well as updating everybody's weapons and stuff. I sold Jeff's toy gun. Now that might seem weird to sell an equipable item, but you'll see in a moment as to why I did that. Now, right now I want to go over here and pick up the phone because after fighting all those enemies in the past couple of videos, we should have like $0 in the bank apparently. Okay, thanks for nothing. Alright, I think the reason why I did that is because I think I would have gotten, he would have put stuff in the bank had I actually bought stuff after I did that. But whatever, let's go talk to this person real quick. Now, this person, the refreshing herb is going to be a very useful item for this next area. But I'm not going to be buying any of that. Instead, I'm going to be using my time to buy the wet towels, because there's a status effect that can only appear in this area and another area that we'll be getting into later in the game. But as for right now, you want to get as many wet towels as you possibly can. Now, objectively, you can use Ness's power healing beta to restore this, to help with this. Well, I think it doesn't matter which healing ability you use, but anyway, that's the point. The point right now is that the wet towel will do the same thing. We're also running it in, mister. It's $210 a night if you want to stay here. Do you want to stay? No! That's probably for the best. You see, our beds are really old and dusty. Alright, do I need to stay at a hotel right now? No, I don't. Okay, let's go. Now, the reason I decided to sell Jeff's weapon right now is because there's an arms dealer right here that we can talk to real quick. Shh, don't talk too loud. What do you want? I want to buy something. We can buy a zip gun right now from this guy. Okay. Alright, so what do I do? Oh, one thing I want to point out right now is that you will not be able to use the Escargot Express in this area because if you try using it, eventually you'll get a call from them saying that they couldn't find you anywhere. This can happen a few other times throughout the game, so just keep that in mind for when you go across the game. I'll make sure to point out the areas where we cannot use the Escargot Express. You can buy bottle rockets if you want. I'm personally not going to be doing that simply because I just don't want to. And I have no idea why, but a mole-playing Ruff will always spawn right here. And I have no idea why, because it will only give you like 152 experience when you defeat them. So I'm not sure why they did that, but they just did. This area over here, I'm going to fight that guy a little bit later in the video. I don't want to do it right now. But this area over here, you want to make sure. I didn't know a mushroom enemy could spawn down here. Learn something new every day. Alright, if you go down here, you can talk to this guy if you want to. This monkey is going to be telling you to leave him alone. But you want to remember this area for like another mushroom enemy. Wow! They're just giving us free experience left and right. But as I was saying, you want to remember this area for later. I'm not going to be talking to those characters simply because I just don't want to right now. So, next thing we're going to be doing is that we'll be going over this way and fighting our first enemy of the Dusty Dunes Desert. This is a Scorpion, and if anybody saw my Star Sword Let's Play, you should know that I don't really like Scorpions all that much. But I have to say, this thing is so adorable. Just like, look at this Grin. It's like the Violent Roach enemy, how it's like based off an animal bug thing that I don't like in real life, but it looks so adorable in this game. But anyway, the Scorpion, 137 HP, 21 power points, 41 offense, 23 defense, 37 speed, 80 guts, 1,823 experience when you defeat them. We'll drop $140 when you defeat them. Has a 4 in 128 chance of dropping a vial of serum. Weaknesses: 100% vulnerable to fire, 100% vulnerable to freeze, 50% flash, 50% paralysis, 0% Brainshock, 99% hypnosis. Attacks: bass, low level damage. Poison stinger can cause poison. Edge is closer, no effect. PSI thunder alpha, 60 to 80 damage. Now, right off the bat, what I want to do is I want to use PSI hypnosis against this thing, as well as a PSI freeze. Basic freezes should be able to do a lot of damage against this thing. Now, the reason why I decided to not get any refreshing herbs is because, well, first of all, the Scorpion is, I think this isn't, I think there are more enemies in the desert that can cause damage, and they can cause poison. But hear me out. The reason why I decided to wait until later, the reason why I decided to go get teddy bears rather than the refreshing herbs is just simply because of the fact that the whenever you use the what I'm trying to say, whenever you try using the whenever the enemy is trying to use poison against you, it'll attack the teddy bear first because we have a oh yeah, that was awesome. All right, as you saw right there, the Franklin badge can if you still have the Franklin badge with you even after you defeat Carpenter, any thunder-based attack that attacks Ness will reflect back at them. It doesn't necessarily have to be Ness. You can have anybody else hold on to the Franklin badge and they'll be protected by it. But anyway, as I was trying to say a second ago, anybody who tries to use a poison damage against you in this area, they will attack the teddy bear first because the teddy bear is like a bodyguard for us right now. So I recommend you go back to Tucson and get as many teddy bears as you can, because first of all, these enemies are going to be attacking the teddy bear first, and it's going to defend you against poison-based damage. Alright, oh, we got a status effect in the overworld. Okay, I'll explain that in a moment, but right now we have a new enemy right here. This is the Crested Booka, however you're supposed to pronounce his name. 265 HP, 0 power points, 53 offense, 73 defense, 17 speed, 24 guts, 3,011 experience we defeat them, $130 we defeat them. Has a 4 in 128 chance of dropping a picnic lunch. Weaknesses: 25% vulnerable to fire, 75% vulnerable to freeze, 50% flash, 10% paralysis, 0% Brainshock, 99% hypnosis. Attacks: a bass, low level damage. Shrieks or war cry lowers a party member's offense and defense. Big Grin, no effect. Right off the bat, what I want to do is I want to use a PSI healing on Paula, so then so he doesn't have to go deal with the ouch, that was painful. I want to use the PSI healing on Paula so that that status effect will go away. Sunstroke, it will appear in the if you stay out in the desert too long, then Ness, Paula, and Jeff will get sunstroke in this area, so you definitely want to watch out for that. Something else worth mentioning that I don't think I already talked about before was that Jeff's spy ability, whenever he spies on an opponent, not only would this reveal the weaknesses of opponents, but if they are going to drop an item when you defeat them, then when Jeff spies on the enemy, if they are going to drop an item, then you can take the item right then and there. So this could be really useful for if they're going to drop an item like a big bottle rocket or anything like that. You can have Jeff spy on them to see if they're going to drop it at all. And if they do, then you can use that big bottle rocket against them. So it's a really cool area. It's a really cool thing. Now we're going to be getting to the first of the side quests that we'll be dealing with this place. So over here, you may notice that there is a single black pixel on screen. So let's talk to it. Why would you feel like talking to a tiny black sesame seed like me? I want to apologize to the white sesame that I heard before. If I could just see her. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Looks like I'm ready. Say fuzzy pickles. No matter that we're getting sunstruck in the middle of the desert while you're taking a picture. Take me with you so we can go, so we can leave the, oh, they both have the, sunstroke. Oh, the bad towels can also cure the sunstroke, which is the reason why I want to buy them rather than refreshing herb. Now, it's probably a better idea to. You probably want to go get a refreshing herb, even if you already have teddy bears. But if you're like me, then in your patient stuff, then you're probably not gonna want to go get that kind of stuff. If we go over here, we could talk to this pile of bones, and it'll be all like, "I'm just a pile of bleached bones. I can't talk." And yet he's talking anyway. Because oh my god, I'm gonna get him. You go away! Oh, rude, there are two of them appearing. Alright, well I guess this is a good time as I need to explain the status effects for the Smiling Sphere enemy. 233 HP, 60 power points, 50 offense, 65 defense, 17 speed, 5 guts, 2,280 experience to defeat them, $191 if we defeat them, has a 1 in 128 chance of dropping Meteornium, weaknesses, 1% vulnerable to fire, 25% vulnerable to freeze, 0% flash, 50% paralysis, 0% Brainshock, and 99% hypnosis. Attacks, blast, low level damage, PSI fire beta, 120 to 200 damage, starts laughing maniacally, no effect. Alright, so right off the bat, what I want to do is I'm going to use a PSI Hypnosis against these enemies, and then we're going to use a PSI Fire against these enemies. One thing I want to say right now is that you want to attack this Smiling Sphere last. If it appears on screen, save it for later. Even if it does more damage than everybody else, save the Smiling Sphere for last, because it, just like the that one tree enemy in Peaceful Rest Valley. Just like that enemy, this enemy will burst into flames after you defeat it. So if you're in the middle of a fight and you still have a couple tough enemies to deal with, then you're definitely going to be in trouble because he's going to explode on your face and you still have a couple of other enemies to deal with. Alright, let's go over here. Let's go. Alright, this enemy is a criminal caterpillar, a very rare enemy in this game. He gives you an insane amount of experience when you defeat them. So if we go over here and at our current level with Green Swirl, we can defeat him instantly and gain 10,000 experience for every party member. If you see this thing, drop everything you're doing and go get this thing immediately. This is a very good way of level grinding if you can find these things frequently. I think this is also the first time that we're leveling up in the overworld. Alright, so while they do that, I'm going to explain the stats effects for the Criminal Caterpillar. 250 HP, 168 power points, 37 offense, 16 defense, 134 speed, 0 guts, 30,384 experience to defeat them. Will not drop any money, nor will they drop any items. What is it? This thing think it's a boss fight or something like that? Pfft, you're not a boss fight, Criminal Caterpillar. Weaknesses: 1% vulnerable to fire, 1% vulnerable to freeze, 99% flash, 99% paralysis, 0% Brainshock, 99% hypnosis. Attacks: PSI Fire Alpha, 60 to 100 HP to everybody. So, excuse me, stupid Scorpion enemy. So like I was saying, the Criminal Caterpillar is a very useful way to level grind this game if you can find them frequently enough, because they give you an insane amount of experience points when you defeat them, so you can level up really quickly when you fight them. And even if you're lower level than I am at this point, then it's definitely worth it to fight them, because they're pretty much vulnerable to everything except Brainshock, which is an ability we don't have access to at this point. I heard that the black sesame that I used to love is somewhere in this desert. If you see him, please tell him that I still love him. Really? You've seen him already? Was he okay? So these two sesame seeds are in love and they've been separated. So yeah, it's like a nice little detail you can see. I think it's kind of worth it to see it because well, I don't know. I just like the conversation that they have, and I think the black sesame seed will also have something that they will say after we talk to the white sesame seed. So I'm gonna go back over to the Black Sesame Seed in a moment to go fight them as well. Alright, so, you know what? We're probably not going to use this at any other point in this game, so let's use the Hand-Aid against Apollo right now. The Hand-Aid is a very useful healing item, but I think this is like the best point at the time as any that didn't work. The Hand-Aid, I think it can completely restore your HP no matter what. I might be wrong about that, so I'm going to put a caption on screen if I am wrong. Excuse me! I was in the middle of talking, good sir. Or madam. I don't know what you are because you have a pink bowl over your head. Alright, oh, we lost another teddy bear. Alright, I guess this is a good time to explain the stats for the cute little UFO enemy. The stats for the cute little UFO. 162 HP, 25 power points, 49 offense, 32 defense, 58 speed, 1 guts, 1,519 experience to defeat them, $110 to defeat them. Weaknesses, 50% fire, 50% freeze, 10% flash, 50% paralysis, 99% brainshock, 0% hypnosis. Attacks, fire speed with mid-level damage, life up alpha, 75 to 125 damage. Now, this enemy, the way it drops an item is very different from everything else we've seen in this game, because it has 7 items that it could potentially drop, and it will always drop one of them. So we have a cookie, which has a 1 or 700 chance of dropping when you defeat this enemy. So the items that this enemy will drop are cookie, bag of fries, hamburger, boiled egg, fresh egg, picnic lunch, and pizza. Like I said, when you defeat this, it will always drop one of those items. And Ness got homesick. Of course he did. I think after we're done with this, I'm going to go back over to the store real quick to call Ness's mother. And we're probably going to have to... Oh god, this is not good. This is not good at all. Stop it, you jerk. Stop it, you jerk. Please be defeated soon. Stop it. If you hear like a clicking sound in the background, that's me mashing the A button on my classic controller. Yay, we got a pizza! I always say the pizza. Oh, we got a new PSI ability. Wow. Alright, so I'm gonna meet you guys in a minute after I go check in the hotel real quick, so I'll see you guys in a second. That was a very weird noise. Ooh, that's leveled up. Yay! Okay, back to where we were a moment ago. Not a moment ago, where, like a little while ago. I decided to go over here to see if the Black Sesame Seed said anything differently. After we talked to the White Sesame Seed, because I could have sworn that we... Oh, it did. What? The White Sesame Seed still loves me? Oh, it's so cute! Also off screen, obviously I brought Paula and Jeff back to life. And I also got some refreshing herbs because I decided, you know what, we don't have any more teddy bears and I don't feel like going all the way back to Tucson right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like go along the trail around here because somewhere around, yep, there it is. Let's go open up the present first. Ness, open the present. There's a double burger inside. Ness takes it. There's a shiny thing off in the object over here, but if we go over here real quick, we can see that there's a sign. I lost a pair of contact lenses here in the Dusty Dunes Desert. They were a memento from my grandma, and very important to me. If you find them, bring them to me and I'll give you a reward. I'm Penitella Gaofalana. I apologize if I butchered that name. Find me at the Frozen Bakery, second floor. Alright, so if we go over here, Ness spotted something shiny. There was a set of contact lenses. You have no more room. Okay, what can we get rid of? Alright, we don't need this thing right now. We're not going to see like a... Well, we are going to see one in the next area, but we're not going to need the Rust Promoter against that thing. That's... Oh, we have another enemy over here. Alright, this is the Desert Wolf, 247 HP, 0 power points, 57 offense, 67 defense, 33 speed, 2 guts, 3,740 experience to defeat them. Will drop $114 to defeat them. Has a 2 and a 128 chance of dropping a sudden gut spell. Weaknesses: 1% vulnerable to fire, 1% vulnerable to freeze, 50% flash, 50% paralysis, 10% brainshock, 50% hypnosis. Attacks: biting attack, low level damage. Piercing howl, no effect. Bites with the poisonous fangs can cause poison. Now I gotta be honest, do wolves actually are there any wolves out there that can do this might sound like a really stupid question, but this game's making me curious if there are any wolves out there that can actually poison people or anything like that. I don't know. It sounds stupid saying it out loud, but whatever. What healing items do we have? Let's use the pizza on Paula, and then have everybody else finish off the Sesame. Or they can attack first, and Paula and Jeff remained not healed, or something like that. Whatever. Let's just use a PSI healing life up on them. In case you guys can tell, I prefer using PSI abilities to heal my party rather than items, because it just seems more convenient, because at this point in the game, PSI life up alpha can pretty much completely restore your Paula and Jeff's HP while the PSI Life Up Alpha is very useful for everybody else because it restores 100, somewhere around 100 HP for Paula and Jeff, and at the moment that can completely restore their power points, their HP. Now it doesn't completely restore Ness's power points because he has more HP than everybody else, but it's very useful for everybody else at the moment. So at least not until later in the game. At least at this point in the game, I prefer using PSI to restore everybody's HP. This enemy right here, this is arguably the most difficult enemy in the desert. This is a bad buffalo. 341 HP, 0 power points, 64 offense, 104 defense, 11 speed, 5 guts, 4,108 experience to defeat them. Will drop $172 to defeat them. Has a 4 and 128 chance of dropping a wet towel. Weaknesses: 1% vulnerable to fire, 75% vulnerable to freeze, 50% flash, 99% paralysis, 50% brainshock, 10% hypnosis. Attacks: rams and tramples deal low level of damage, tears into you, high level damage, knit its bro, no effect. Alright, we're definitely going to want to use a, we're definitely going to want to heal up Jeff before I do anything else, so let's use PSI Fire against this thing. We can probably have Jeff spy on this enemy real quick. Yeah, I just wanted to see if, like I said earlier, and Jeff's spy ability can also see if the enemy is going to drop an item, and I kind of wanted to see if he was going to drop a wet towel, because I could probably use one right now, because I don't really have a whole lot of wet towels left, and we're still in the middle of the desert. We're almost done with everything we're going to be doing in this video, but there are a few more things around here that I need to take care of real quick, and we only have one wet towel left. Oh, over here we have something else we can check out. Dusty Dune headquarters for finding buried gold. This hole's great, good hole. First, someone asked me to dig for buried gold. I began to feel like I was obligated to find it. Man, am I starving. Do you have any food you can spare? Yes. Seems like I have a lot of stuff. What are you gonna give me? Alright, so what do I want to give him? It doesn't matter what food item you give him. All that matters is that, well, it's food and you just give it to him. If I find buried gold, I'd give it to you. Aw, thank you, kind sir. If you go into here, you can save your game and go into a hotel real quick and just restore your HP and stuff. As I've been doing with the other hotels this game, I'm gonna think of a sleeping arrangement for these characters. I'm gonna imagine Ness is probably gonna sleep on the bed with the spring out of it. Paula would probably get the couch, and Jeff would probably get the floor. I say Ness gets the bed because there's spring coming out of it. And like I said earlier in the LP, when I'm imagining what with the sleeping arrangements these characters think of, I'm imagining that Ness would be the gentleman and would give everybody else the most comfortable sleeping arrangement. And we were out in the sun for 5 seconds. There's no way we could have gotten a sunstroke. I think there's one more thing over here that I have to go get. I think there's another present. A magic butterfly! It was a trap! The magic butterfly betrayed me! Okay, magic butterfly, I'm onto you. Even if you led me directly into your trap, I will still use you to restore my power points, because I'm weird like that. Even though I'm just a pile of bones, I can talk and I'm lonely out here in the desert. Oh, poor guy. You get away from me, you get away from me, you get away from me! Okay, fine, I'll fight you. Now over here, we can talk to a monkey, and he has a pretty funny dialogue. I see monkeys live in the sea, desert monkeys live in the desert. I mean desert, not dessert. I am happy that there are animals in the desert, are you? I just love I just love how, that just kind of like makes fun of the fact that desert and dessert are spelled kind of similarly. The funny thing is, when I was growing up, the way I learned to spell dessert was that you always want you always want more dessert, so that's why you have another S on it when you're spelling it. And that's just me. I'm not sure if anybody else thinks that way when they're spelling the differences between dessert and dessert. And that was the most interesting topic that I've ever said in a video. Yay! This game has a secret run button! No, it doesn't. I just ate a skip sandwich off screen. Over here, we can get a PSI caramel if you want it. Let's keep running, just keep running, just keep running. Ah, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me! There's a lot of enemies that are appearing right now. I don't know why that is, but whatever. There's another present over here we can get real quick. It's like a guts pill, but we have too much stuff already, so let's go use the... Do I have it? There it is. I was trying to find the button, I thought it was in Paolo's stuff, but apparently it was in Jeff's stuff. So let's get the PSI caramel, or Sun Guts pill, excuse me. I think there's one more thing in the desert that I want to take care of in this video, and I think it's around here somewhere. Let's go find it, let's go find it, let's go find it, let's go. I'm just a dork in this video. Anyway, if we go over here, we can get a sunstroke again. I did not get this. I did not have the sunstroke nearly this often when I was practicing for this video earlier today. But whatever. If we go over here, we can see that the traffic is already kind of like gone away or whatever. I'm not entirely sure how long you have to be in the desert for to register that the traffic is gone. I think you have to go at a certain point before everything else goes away, before the traffic goes away, but whatever. If we go over here, we can get like a sort of funny gambling mini-game thing. I'm only going to be doing this a few times. You can get a few prizes from this. I'm not entirely sure what they are, but I have in the description all the prizes that you can have from this mini-game. I won't be doing this too often because, honestly, I have never ever gotten a prize from this thing. I've never gotten a prize from this minigame, so that's to tell you how great my luck is when it comes to video games. Or at least gambling games or whatever. That's probably the reason why I'm probably not gonna like gamble like ever in real life. This game is an indication. Oh my god! Amigo, you won! A very big winning and you win it. Here's the prize for the important amigo. That's what I thought. But amigo, you have no room. What? What? No! No! I got all 7s and I would have gotten a prize, but I'm out of room. This game is a jerk. Maybe if we talk to them, they'll give us something. I'm Big Brother Poncho. I'm Kid Brother Pincho. I'm Thomas Jefferson. Please give me the item. That was like the biggest jerk moment in the history of anything ever. I got triple 7s on this minigame, which is very, very rare on recording. But I was out of room. I was out of room in my inventory and I didn't get anything. Watch, I go to edit this video, and I go to edit this video, and I look up the items that you can get in that area. Whoa, $1,000! Wow, that's probably to help people like pay for the gambling over there. But anyway, like I'm sure I'm gonna look into all the items you can get in that area in that mini game, and like if you get all like triple stuffings, you get like 1,000,000 magic truffles or whatever. It's man, I'm gonna feel the burn for that forever. But anyway, with the traffic gone, we can now progress to this area. Why the traffic jam didn't go away sooner, I will never know, but at least it gave us the opportunity to explore the desert. We'll probably go back there for a little later in the game, who knows at this point. If you want, you can go to check the bus station by the store at the very beginning of the desert to take the bus over here quicker. But I just felt like walking, because walking is good for you, or something like that. And if you hear this music, you are longtime fans of the EarthBound series, will probably already know what this music is for. This is Fourside, the fan favorite, one of the most beloved locations in the EarthBound series. We'll be getting into the reasons why a little bit later in the game, but as for right now, we're getting this video off here. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video of EarthBound, and until next time, let it go to you. Oh yeah!